Hey there, Richard Matheru here. Would you like an effective answer, a powerful answer to the question from your prospects, but how much money are you making? We get this all the time, right? We try and show them our business and they're like, but how much money have you made so far? Like somehow that our results have a bearing on their results. Now you may think, well, that doesn't make sense. Surely you can see that this is not all about me, but what it's showing you is that the way in which you're presenting your opportunity, there's some tweaks that need to be made in order to remove that question from your prospects. So I'm going to teach you those right now. And then definitely stay till the end. I'm going to give you something that is very powerful that will allow you to remove people ever saying that to you again. And it's exactly how I sponsored over 700 people. It's a free resource for you to check out. So I'll give you that at the end. But first, let's dive into this topic right here, right now. Okay, so why do people ask you this question in the first place? Typically because they're looking for reassurance. They want proof. Does this work? Now, if that's happening, typically it's because you're not asking enough questions. You're telling them why you join, what you think, and why you think they should join. Do you actually ask enough questions of your prospect? Just kind of think about the last few conversations you've had. Do you really dig into their life, their goals, their dreams, their desires, and then try and show them why what you've got could actually achieve that for them? Or do you just kind of like ask a couple of questions, just let their information go in one ear and out the other, and just move on to the presenting part because that's what you really want to do and recruit them? It's a big, subtle, but big differentiation to make if you want to be a professional and get a decent level of results here. Be a great question asker and a great listener. That's a skill to have, my friend. And then the second part to having people not ask this is to be able to point to a system. Okay, don't point to your own results all the time. Don't point towards what you want to do, what your activity is, what you think they should do, like we just spoke about. Instead, point to the system and how the system is working for a selection of people. So I will point to the system that I created for my team. Okay, we have this system, right? And you remind me of this person who is also a teacher. Try and find something relative to them. If they're a teacher, find a success story who's a teacher. And then I like to find a couple of other stories that aren't relatable. And it's not just teachers getting success. People, this guy who used to work in a factory, in a steel factory, he's making this much per month. Oh, and by the way, there's a guy, there's a single mum. She had never had employment before. She recently separated from her husband, always looked after the kids. Now she's doing this. So what I'm trying to build and what you want to build in your prospect's mind is, it isn't important who the person is. It's the system that works. Right? It's like a certain sports team that you could probably think of, right? Certain players, regardless of their background, go into this team and you see their game raise. Now, the different players, different backgrounds, different ages, different builds, different positions that they're playing, but they all increase when they get to this team. So it's got to be that environment, it's got to be the system that's being used, not the individual players. It's the same if you have something correctly set up inside of network marketing, and you definitely want to show that. And if they still ask you, well, how much money are you making? I would always be brave and ask them the question, well, how is that relevant? How are my results relevant to you? And let them ask, well, I want to know if this works or not. Well, let me talk about this person, this person, this person. Do you know what ties all those people together? They're obviously totally different in their demographics, their countries, their backgrounds. It's the system. My results are completely related to the level and activity I've put into implementing the system. And they will be for you too. My results are completely irrelevant. Do you agree and see that? And you should get them thinking, okay, now I understand this. And if you don't have a system, if you're like, well, okay, we don't really have anything other than make a list, go speak to people in our company, that's all we're being taught, you can go to www.richardmatheru.com/predict, and I'll teach you my predictable member system over there, which is how you can predictably scale up down to the day and dollar, knowing how many people you're going to sponsor. I've used this to sponsor over 700 people. You'll see a lot of success stories in that training if it's still available, and working for all different types of people in many different network marketing companies. So you have everything you need from this video to deal with that. How much money are you making? That resource will be really effective if you don't have many results to point to. So go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires and excuses. Hope you've enjoyed this training today. Enjoy that resource, and I'll catch up with you on another training really soon. Bye for now.